The stories we've shared in the news this morning so far. My name is Ogbevire. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0009 are the numbers to call. Fairbox leave writing on WhatsApp. GRA flooding isn't a surprise because most drainages there are blocked by sand and debris. Those living there seem to be either too busy or too big to clean up the drainage, perhaps expecting government to do it for them. Please tell Mr. Madi, in as much as I agree with him that people are building on canals, that is because Ministry of Environment and Ministry of Urban and Rural Renewal Development have failed in their duties, respectively. It seems these ministries are not existing. There seems to be no laws and regulations. That is why you see people buying land anyhow and people building anyhow, because there are no regulations. The only thing the ministry does is collect money and give approvals. Good morning from Hector. The problem we have in River State is not saying the truth to ourselves. The government should stop all this game and help the masses. The flood in Port Harcourt is caused by Ogbevire. Let the River State government do something fast, because it's not the drainage that blocked, the drainage blockades that caused the flood. Barusi and Gene saying that they've got Promise. Good morning, Promise.
Yeah, good morning, my sister. No. Yes, I want to agree with the Commissioner for Works this morning that waste materials are the causes of flooding in River State. But I also want to put it to him that we need a good drainage system in River State. Like the road dualization going on in Ogbevire, I say to you, no good drainage to support that road project. And it is the cause of flooding. If you come to Ogbevire yesterday, you see people's houses were flooded. So you should look into giving River State a good drainage system. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Lugaman is calling from HA. Good morning.
Hello, my sister. Good morning. Lugaman from HA. Yeah, I want to talk about the flood in Port Harcourt. My sister is very, very unfortunate that in this 21st century, we are still having floods all over the Port Harcourt. And the way I'm finding it a bit surprising is that the manager of Port Harcourt Mall is telling us that after Ogbevire constructed the road, and that's when they start observing the flood. And the Commissioner for Works is not telling us that the flood is not caused by the Ogbevire. For me, it's confusing.
All right. Good news is in Good morning.
Good morning, my sister woman. I think I am not comfortable with the Commissioner for Works interpretation of what is causing the blockade. I have said this, but it was overcarried by events and what people saw immediately. Remember the Mpolu that was having problems? It was after Julius Berger constructed that very well in way coming to Mpolu. That was when that flood started, and people blamed it on E3 that was just kept there. We left it. Now, that's what I found again. Look at all the water in the town. They have just through that Kefarison area into the creek. But Tuesday, we constructed those areas. They constructed those areas for Avenue. Water for Spa, all those areas could not go again.
So the good stories is another one. That place is, here used to be a water area before. Perhaps when they were claiming or reclaiming the land, they didn't do the right thing. Israel is Nemoha. Good morning, Israel.
Yeah, good morning. The death of Edina Liru, the prophetess, may her soul rest in peace. Talking to the comment of Commissioner of Works, I will somehow agree with him because the waste disposals are the cause of some problems of the flood, but also the Julius Berger work that is going on in Port Harcourt is also some part of the cause of the problem, because I went to Lagos bus stop yesterday. It was not easy, even to government house. You see flood. I even think that is that place a government house? The more close to government house, everywhere was flood. Nowhere for people to enter. So the Commissioner of Works should do something.
Thank you, Masi. Good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished. The aggrieved retired police officers protest at National Assembly. I think for me it's a very good one. But it's very unfortunate that those are the high-ranking, police high-ranking officers will do everything to frustrate the effort of the junior officers, which for me I think it's not a very good. On the Commissioner of Works, Elukatasi Amadi, blaming the refuse disposal, and he made a very important point when he talk about those building on the canals, and he said they ought to be demolished. If you ask me, that word is not a very good one. He should have used they must be demolished, because I think finding the most of the problem is a very good one. Then attending to it is not the most important thing.
All right, God's Prize in a chair. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Like the flooding we are experiencing in parts of Port Harcourt is coming back to that road and been overflooded by water. Because it's looking like a gully, or what do you call it? Those roads we can't pass because the front is borrow piece. The children are swimming on it. And again, too, the nature of channeling water in Port Harcourt is not the best one. You go to Akwadom or Calabar, you see a deep channel to river. You have planned a network that will channel all the water to the creek, from creek to Atlantic Ocean. That should be a very big project, River State. If you go to these places I told you the state, after 3 hours, 2 minutes, you will not see any water again. Why are not part of Nigeria? Let them go and borrow from there and know what to plan by. Those things are too shallow.
All right. Orike Odinaka says, I totally agree with the Commissioner of Works that indiscriminate dumping of waste is responsible for the flooding experience recently in the state. But the floods are a result of the construction work by Julius Berger, who pays little or no consideration on how water is moved to avert flooding. America Monday says, it's so embarrassing and shameful, the flooding. It's never been like this since the creation of Port Harcourt. The front of Government House was completely flooded. I urge the state government to take immediate action to distill the drainage systems, and Riwama's task force should wake up to their responsibilities. A man who slept with his own daughter said he wanted to find out if she was a virgin. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, it is finished. No hope for humanity. Even so, come Lord Jesus. The courts are working, and the courts will take charge until the Lord Jesus comes. Colin Sodu says, I want to request the Commissioner of Works not to engage in any form of defense over the flooding in Port Harcourt. So what we saw yesterday after the rain, it hasn't happened in that magnitude. The construction in River State was done after the initial Port Harcourt town planning. They need to replan to accommodate the new development that's going on. Incest is taboo, should not be swept under the carpet. Those mothers that are involved in covering the crime are accomplices and should be punished also. Raphael Ida. You can imagine how we reason. The Commissioner was busy mentioning flooded areas without any solution despite earlier warnings. He built drainages without emptying them into anywhere. Look at the flood around Obiapo, for example. With a nearby canal, the water can be channeled. Two, let us be proactive and not only channel our efforts to only areas we make too much money or working when damages had been done. Sonny, send that in. Wrote to me, the flood that submerged some roads and cars yesterday was indeed terrifying. I wish you use me to advise residents to avoid dumping refuse in drainages. Also, government should concentrate majorly on canalization to channel the runoff into the rivers to go a long way to reduce the flooding. Buhari asks the Senate to amend the Petroleum Industry Act. An act of less than a year is going through amendment. Can we imagine it? Then why rush with the assenting? A National Assembly are always in a hurry to give approval on a national issue of this great importance without proper analyzing and thinking about the side effects on the nation. This type of lackadaisical attitude from our National Assembly should be stopped in order to put things in the right direction for future purposes. Ibulu Michael, still on the flooding. I disagree with the Commissioner. The drainages in most roads are called gutters, not drainage. He also complains that people are building on waterways. Please ask him who approved those buildings. Same matter, Tilo says, the governor should start by demolishing the... I don't know, is there a building that the governor is building on the Ogbevire Canal and sell off the sand, because since we can reclaim the Ogbevire Canal, Port Harcourt has been witnessing flooding every year. Nigeria police protest over pension payment, but will coerce Nigerians carrying out peaceful protests. What an acrimony of double standards. Same matter, the government is not paying our police officers well. Why won't they collect bribe? FG is not doing well. God should save us from the hands of police officer Onyi Ume. Send that in. Imagine Warfare Road. If anything should be amended, it should be the 2021 Petroleum Industry Bill. In the 2021 Petroleum Industry Bill, that's the act now, it should be upward review of the 3% to host communities. The Senate must not approve that request by PNB for fresh loan, because other monies borrowed have not in any way changed anything for better, but for worse. Commercial has to play, and we keep talking. We're train for Port Harcourt. Stay tuned. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0009 are the numbers to call. Obiajuwa, thank God, writing on Facebook. And it's embarrassing and disheartening, the level of flooding in the state. It has never been like this since the creation of the state. I advise relevant bodies to swing into action sharp, because people can't bear this anymore. Mr. Governor, the Garden City has now become the flood city. Young Hencho sent that in. Gyadam Godson, it's a shame. Talking about the doctors' strike, the UK government employed 353 doctors, Nigerian doctors, in 100 days. Over here, they're being treated unfairly. Okay. Sunday is calling from Rumekini. Sunday, good morning. Ouch. We got Lucky calling from Rumorolu. All right, good morning. Let's hear you.
Good morning, Anna. I want to talk about the flooding yesterday. The community, the shareholders community in my area have been sacked by this flood. When we are talking about this flooding, we are just taking it so easy. But it's not just an easy matter. In the community, the water goes inside your room. It goes up to the height of your neck, as tall as you are, up to the height of your neck. Every property has been lost. Everyone in the community. The flood struck the entire community. The shared water is overflowed. No place for the water to go into. Every business that place collapsed. Means that everyone doing business, they have lost their property. Properties worth billions of naira was lost in the community and away today. Thank you. I remain Ogalaki from Romanolo.
JJ is calling from Rumipo. Good morning.
Hello, good morning this morning. I want to go with Dr. Ajay. That canalization is the way to go. And no, I want to advise the River State government to go to UST, that is River State University, and see the gutters there. You see steps taken up like that, going down till it gets to the back gate at Eagle Island. I think that should be the way to go. People graduate as engineers from those schools and they saw that whole thing. Let us do a canalization and see how the gutters connect. The job that the Ogbevire is doing, where does the gutter, where does the drainage go to? Now that Upolu has been channeled to the Ogbevire Creek, have you seen flood in Upolu again? They must be channeled at the end of the day, not just putting hole at the side of the road and say you have done road. No.
All right. Abino is calling from Abua. Good morning.
Good morning, Enigma. Yes, the cause of flooding in Nigeria is multifactorial. Silting of the canals, blocking of the water channels, building in those areas. And I think the statement of the Commissioner for Works, saying that it's not acquainted with environmental issues. Anytime you do anything in one area, it will affect the other area. The ecosystem has this Adamic analogy. And so what you do in that area will affect in another area. Don't expect that you must see a flyover in an area before you see flooding. So I think that this construction is causing the problem. You do anything in the north, it will affect the south. That is it. So they should be full in whatever they are doing, any point in the ecosystem. The issue of interest in this society, I think that issue of consent should be removed. Thank you.
Okay, Blessed is in Alu. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister. I know. Commissioner for Works says that people poured something on the drainage. That's what caused the flood. No, I counter that statement. Monthly sanitation we normally do in this state. For long now, we are not be doing it. What are you expecting when there is too much rain in the state? And besides, Garden City become a flooded city. What are we talking? Another thing is that when you know that this thing will come, and the NIMET has been saying all these things before now, why can't you send the men on the work duty to go and dredge the canal?
All right, Chiwendu is calling from Buluma. Final call. Good morning, Chiwendu.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Yes, in the issue of flood, surprised me sometimes. I don't know why the minister or the commissioner for works is defending beggar. It's for preparing all the issue of beggar with workers here. Government gives all these jobs to prove the development, the health of the citizens. But this ones, our government will give contract that causes problems to the people they say they want to elevate. It's very bad. If the construction cost, let him go. It's not every time they come and defend. Even on the strike with the worker, that's how they're defending it. It is the same happened to my state, Abia State, Aba here, where they're building the automobile village today. It was where water gathered in our community before. Today, they fill it without any provision. Every year, I'm spending millions. It's falling my full flood everywhere.
Sorry about that. On Facebook, we've got police shot at protesters at Lekki Toll Gate, same as Julius Berger's workers in Port Harcourt. They will shoot at them now that they're protesting. Will they shoot at them now they're protesting at the assembly? The 100 naira isn't enough. What goes around comes around. Police and all. Moses Kundayo on Facebook says, good morning. Rumokwachi new layout flooding is due to lack of drainage on the bad Igbodo Road, linking Bakery Road, Ozoba to Bogoro Ozoba Road. Government should assist in construction of a 2.5-kilometer road. Edward says the government of River State should take a second look at the flood situation in Port Harcourt City. The Commissioner for Work should advise the governor properly. Edward, send that in. The River State Ministry of Works has performed very poorly. Not supervised Julius Berger very well. Ministry approves any design, procurement and structure for Julius Berger without proper study and without considering its environmental impact in the city. Oh, every time you hear they do EIA. Unfortunately, Kenny Leo says Port Harcourt City lacks good drainage system, but I believe this can be corrected sooner than later. A few messages on WhatsApp. Protection of life and property is core responsibility of every government. As long as Governor of River State is not addressing the problem of flooding in the state, he has failed completely. Flooding is really making life unbearable in River State, but the governor is busy making politics his priority, or misplacing his priority. Aboyo Kingsley from Mokuta. Tunde says the flooding issues within the Ministry of Health, Works and Environment to deal with. None of them is proactive. The governor doesn't need to order them to work. There is flooding. River State government is busy blaming residents. Why were they elected? If you can't solve simple flood issues, why not resign? The responsibility of government is responsible for the flooding in Port Harcourt. They will construct road with very shallow and directionless drainage. This particular Julius Berger is not the original one. Pastor Vincent sent that in. And Stan wants to ask the Commissioner of Works, did His Excellency dispose indiscriminate refuse that caused flooding in Government House, Spa, CBN 9 Post Road? Who disposed refuse opposite Shell residential area, MTN, that has the nearby canal? Artillery opposite Siwa that started flooding after construction of flyover. Please tell Commissioner for Works to do proper supervision of Julius Berger. Water from LA1 is not entering the gutter. It's running straight to Aba Road to settle at MTN. Your comments are much. We've got to run. Thank you for joining the conversation. Ajuri Gelale will join me. I want to shed some light on the matter of the VAT after the news at 8 o'clock. My name is Ogbevire. Stay tuned.